Hey guys, John here from HydroEmpire.com, and today we're going to talk about the different ways to produce CO2 in your garden. There are two major ways that people use to produce CO2. One is burning CO2 with a CO2 burner, and the other is using a tank and regulator like this. And you always need a controller to make sure you know where your CO2 levels are. When using a burner like this, you always have to make sure you pick the right kind between LP and NG. LP meaning propane and NG meaning natural gas. When you're using one of these, you also want to make sure you pick the right size for your garden. They make some that are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and even adjustable burners just like this guy. When using a burner, you always want to make sure that you're in a safe environment. Make sure you have a lot of headspace above it because it does produce quite a bit of heat and there's nothing flammable around it. Make sure you don't touch it also, it does get very hot. Another method of producing CO2 is with a tank and regulator. When you have a CO2 tank, you have to make sure you regulate the gas that's coming out with a regulator that has a solenoid that's electronic that can plug into a controller like this. These things are adjustable, you can set the flow rate and always make sure your tank is full. The great thing about using a regulator and tank combo is that they don't produce heat like a burner will. So make sure you always have enough CO2. And my suggestion is always have an extra CO2 tank on hand. When using either of these methods of producing CO2, make sure you have a proper controller. The IGS-061 is great because it has a high temp shutoff when you're using a burner, but it's also great because it has a high and low setting, and you can use that for any kind of CO2 regulator in the market.